All right, hey y'all, I'm back with the third one for the day. We're gonna crank these out, okay? This one I'm gonna title You're Blowing Up, okay? Let me just try to, I feel like the dream was specific to me, but it might not have been. So basically, I dreamt that we were in my mama's house, me and my sister, my mom in the house, but it was like back in the day, and me and Morgan were there, us like right now, but we were baby Morgan, like I'm gonna say baby, she's probably like 8 or 9, was throwing up, which I know that to be deliverance. And so me and current Morgan, again, when it's my sister, that don't necessarily mean it's my sister, okay? But it could be my sisters in Christ, my brothers in Christ, whatever. We were helping baby Morgan or younger Morgan be delivered from something. And I remember, I know it's important to me because I know I've been called to deliverance. First of all, that's why I said I didn't know if this was like supposed to be super shareable. And I remember I was telling Morgan how to help, that's my sister, telling Morgan how to help younger Morgan. And, I was like, no, like, don't touch it. We don't need to spread it, like what she was, And so I knew that was just speaking to the deliverance piece. However, when we was in the living room, because it didn't have like my mom and them old furniture and everything, I was walking around and listen, it's going to sound weird, but it'd be the weird ones I remember. I was ingesting balloons and I was like, what? And so it wasn't until I woke up and I was like, God, I've been eating balloons in my dreams for like 2 weeks now, haven't I? Yup, sure have. Ingesting balloons. So y'all know me. I was like, oh, something must be wrong. Like, and even in the dream before it ended, I remember thinking like, I should probably stop eating these, right? Like, Oh, wait, let me go back a second because I want to make sure I explain that. I was like back in time because let me tell y'all something. My dream life is getting different. I notice now whether it is current or previous, which means a lot. And then I'm also usually me now in my dreams. Like I'm not observing unless it's something different like the one I'm going to get to later. But that means delivering stuff was coming up that that needs to come up from her childhood. Like I'm thinking like childhood trauma, stuff like that. I know I'm called to deliverance, okay? And so I was helping my sister in the dream deal with the stuff that younger Morgan needed to deal with, throw up, all of that, be delivered from. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense because some of y'all probably called to deliverance too, if not all of y'all. And so I was helping her through that process of dealing with her younger self. Does that make sense? I really pray that makes sense. So now I'm going to pick back up from the balloon piece, okay? I woke up like, no, that's weird. Like, God, why am I eating balloons? And so I was like, is this something that's like bad or is it like a good thing? And it was like, it's this song with Chris Brown in the game. We having a celebration. And that's what started playing in my head when I was asking, like, was it a good or bad thing? And so I'm like, oh, so it is like celebration. And I told y'all in the video I just made, I'm in a celebratory mood, okay? And so basically I had kind of tried to look into it a little bit that day, but you can't really you got to ask God what your dreams mean. But what I had got that day was, okay, so let me tell y'all how I was eating the balloons because y'all might be wondering, like, you can't just put a balloon in your mouth. What I was doing was kind of like making it to where they popped a little bit and I was letting the air like go into me first the air. And then I was eating the plastic part. That's when I woke up. I was like, or the rubber part. And, but it wasn't doing anything to me. Like I didn't feel any digestion issues, nothing, even though I was, being filled with all the air. Mind you, I just said I was doing this in dreams for 2 weeks, okay? The nature of the dream, like I'm just telling y'all the dream I actually finally remember because I've been having a lot of warfare with my dreams. But I was eating balloons like throughout the dreams. Like I would see balloons and like, and just that I fill up with the air but it wasn't doing anything to me. That's why at the end of that dream, this is the last dream I've had where I was eating balloons and I was like, I don't think I should be eating balloons because, in real life, why would I do that? But I wasn't just letting the air go into me. I was actually swallowing the balloons, okay? Y'all know that's weird. That's very, very weird. And so in just seeking God on what it meant and stuff, so I wrote down my notes. So the balloons do represent celebration, okay? Because literally like 2 weeks, all I've been doing is ingesting balloons. Like, what? And in this particular dream, it was a red balloon. I'm ingesting all this air, but I'm staying on the ground. And so I was like, Lord, are you trying to tell me I'm full of hot air? Like, am I being prideful? Like, I had to really ask him, like, what's going on? No, okay? And so the verse he gave me, it is about staying humble. So it's a reminder, too, with all this stuff that's about to happen, and it's a cause for celebration, okay, to stay humble. I'm sitting here like, where the air going? If I'm like, where is the air going? Like, I wasn't bloated, nothing, and even in swallowing the actual rubber parts of the balloon, like, I didn't feel no tummy troubles, no nothing. Like, I'm just in the waiting process with my sister while we taking care of that with the younger version of her in the dream. And I'm just, literally for like 2 weeks, that haven't happened no matter what's going on in the dream. And so he gave me 1 Peter 5 through 6. 5 says, likewise, ye younger, submit yourselves unto the elder. Yea, all of you be subject one to another, and be clothed with humility. For God resisteth the proud, and giveth grace to the humble. So even though I'm being filled with all of this air, that's why I wasn't going up. Like he was keeping me grounded. He was keeping me humble. He giveth grace to the humble. Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of God, that he may exalt you in due time. So I'm getting filled with all this air, but I ain't rising up and I ain't floating. Like, I'm literally just adjusting this air over a period of time. Back to the day when I realized, and I first looked it up, it had said basically like somebody is viewing you like higher. So that's what I wrote down. People will view you as elevated, as higher. And so for me, that particular day, I thought it meant a particular situation, a particular relationship. And now since it's been time since the dream has gone by, no, y'all, people are seeing you in a different lens. God is the one who exalts you. So you don't know how people see you, okay? You don't know how people see you. And so in this time with our elevation, because that's what's happening with us being revealed as children of God, people are seeing us higher, okay? Not in a prideful way, but God exalts us. That means coming up. Remember, and I told y'all the seats of influence, okay? And so that's what he told me. Elevation and the celebration that is coming with the elevation. Because I was like, why am I eating the balloons? Or I don't understand. All this stuff is inside of me. Well, I'm getting tongue-tied, but it's building up, okay? And I told y'all, like, I ended the dream like, yo, I don't think I was supposed to be eating balloons. Like, this is me, like, real life making thinking in the dream. But that's what it is. It's building up. He just gave me that while I was talking to y'all, that it's building up. And I did think of Barney's Great Adventure when I was writing these notes down. I don't know if y'all have ever seen that, but because I started thinking about a hot air balloon, because I was just thinking about how I was like sucking in all the air in the dreams or whatever, and then the balloons. And I thought about Barney's Great Adventure, and y'all know at the end it's a hot air balloon that gets them to where they are supposed to be going right in the nick of time. Like, that just came to me today when I was writing these notes down. And then also, we know balloons and hot air balloons are that they're usually vibrant, colorful, and festive. I just remember the balloon that day where I realized I was eating a balloon. It was red. And I was like, why am I even eating a balloon? Like, okay. And it's always those dreams that are like super weird. Those are the ones where I gotta go back and be like, no, for real. Like, why did I dream this? And this, what I'm telling y'all today, is a revelation that he gave me for that dream. So you're blowing up, boo. I'm over here laughing because I'm like, Lord, why couldn't I just have like ingested the air? Why I had to eat the balloon in a dream? Like, you know, but that speaks to the celebration, okay? And even in me talking right now, it's not just gonna be you being in a celebratory mood, okay, because of the different things. People around you are going to want to celebrate you and the things that God is doing through you. Help me, Holy Spirit. I didn't write that down, okay? The balloons, that's what that represented, celebration, okay? I told y'all after I was like, no, what's going on? And that's the song that came in my mind. We having a celebration. Now, the rest of the words ain't that, you know, holy, but we having a celebration. That's what came to me. So that's exciting, y'all. We're blowing up, and it's elevation and it's celebration, okay? So remember, though, it's also a reminder to stay humble. Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of God, that he may exalt you. He is going to lift you up, okay, in due time. All right, so y'all be blessed.